Welcome. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining the webinar today. First of all, I just want to say congratulations to all of you all. It was a wonderfully competitive process this year, as I've been told it has typically been for the Bellwether Award competition. My name is Rose Martinez. I am the newly minted director for the Bellwether College Consortium. So I just want to extend my congratulations and just share with you, I've been on board maybe a whole 2 months. I began October 23rd and hit the ground running. So I'm very happy to be here. I directed a similar type of association with the Texas trustees. So this is just another level of working with, I think, some strong groups of colleges that are doing great work. I was formerly with the Community College Association of Texas Trustees. And before that, I've been an executive at the UT Austin and worked at also University of California, Irvine and the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board. So that is a little bit about myself. Like I said, I'm very pleased to be in this position and look forward to meeting all of you. We're going to go ahead and begin. The purpose of this webinar is really to provide you with as much information as you need to make sure when you come to San Antonio, you feel comfortable about your presentations and you're ready to go and you feel like you have everything you need in terms of fulfilling your program goals and hopefully sharing with the judges that your particular submission deserves the award of the Bellwether Award. And so I think this particular session will provide you with that. If I can just ask a favor, and that is that we save questions till the end. I will try to go through the slides in a smooth process and one that's pretty quick so we can get to questions because I know there will be some out there. Also note that this is being recorded and that information or that link will be available on the website. Most likely after our second webinar is completed later this afternoon. And so we will have that available and also a set of frequently asked questions, FAQs up on the website as well. So if we didn't answer a specific question, look there. If not, what you see in front of you is the team of our Bellwether members. And so you see me as a director, please feel free to email me. I think you have my email. Know that Bellwether College Consortium is officed out of Alamo Colleges District in San Antonio. So I am coming to you from San Antonio. I have a Bellwether College Consortium consultant, Frank Connick, who is a longtime participant of the Bellwether program and will be leading the work that we have with our judges and making sure that they have all the information they need to go through their judging of your specific submissions. We also have Dina Rodriguez, who's in the office right now. Rodriguez Cassidy, should I say. She is the executive assistant to the vice chancellor in the area of economic workforce development, which is where we reside here at the Alamo Colleges District. She's also going to be able to address any big questions you have about either the assembly, the policy summit we have, anything associated with the website, look to her. Robert Acosta is our communications coordinator, and he is the one in charge of putting out graphics, our press releases, any information that you might feel would help you in providing more information and visibility on the fact that you're a Bellwether finalist. He could help with that as well, to a certain extent, providing you with the pieces that we've created. And then if you have any other questions, obviously communications related, seek him out. And I think one thing he'd probably want to impress upon everyone on the line is that pulling that information out in terms of sharing your press releases with your local and statewide, statewide resources in terms of your PR contacts, because we do want your information to be shared locally, and that helps increase the Bellwether visibility, and that obviously helps you with your efforts to promote your college. Bellwether is 26 years old, so I know we may have people on the line who have received a Bellwether Award and those that have been finalists, but I really want to spend time talking about Dale Campbell, who is really, as I put, the man, the myth, the legend. He is the person that founded the Bellwether Award competition and the Community Colleges Futures Assembly, which is where that competition occurs. And then by a larger extension, the umbrella, which is the Bellwether College Consortium. And so you are a eligible member of that consortium by the sheer fact that you are a finalist. So your college is eligible. So not everyone can join the consortium. You do have to be a finalist or a past winner. He is a professor emeritus of higher ed administration at the University of Florida. He's retired now, but he and I talk frequently, and he will probably be joining us, as he's, I think, done for the last 26 or 25 consortia or assemblies, should I say. So look forward to meeting him when we see each other. Invited membership, and I just want to talk a little bit about the benefits. The finalists, as I said, and past award winners are eligible members. There are embedded with that membership 3 registrant fees that are included to the Community Colleges Futures Assembly. So as an example, if you are having 3 people provide your presentation for your submission, those individuals should be listed when you apply for your membership on the website link that we have given you. And I will end our presentation with that link just so everyone's clear where to find it. So that is included. If you have an additional member or additional registrant, there is also an opportunity to add them when you register for your membership. So you will see a link that says BCC membership and Community Colleges Futures Assembly registration. That is the link you want to choose, not the non-BCC, which are those people that are not finalists, but are very curious and interested in what you have to say in your program, your finance model, your workforce development program. So there will be others there included, but they do not get the discounted rate. We will feature webinars that will focus on our Bellwether Award recipients, both past and maybe the 2020 recipients as well. We will have a BCC quarterly newsletter, which will highlight some of these recipients in particular areas that will enable you to learn more about those fellow submitters, because we all know many of you will be coming to the event and really just thinking about your presentation. So this allows opportunities for you to learn about the other wonderful programs and services, policies that were highlighted in this year's submitting process. Membership or member research opportunities. I can give you an example of that. The Association of Community College Trustees will be at our policy summit. And if you are aware of ACCT's newest grant research opportunity, they will be studying small colleges and providing information on what that project entails. It's about an 18-month project where they will be examining how small colleges are undergoing challenges, particularly right now with challenges with funding, with perhaps maybe other institutions that have larger or more opportunities for their particular students to go elsewhere. And so really examining where small colleges, what the climate is for them, and how maybe we can improve their prospects for still continuing as small colleges. So we will have Ji Hang Lee here at the summit, and he or his counterparts will be having a focus group for small colleges. So if you are a small college, I definitely recommend you attend the summit and be a part of that focus group. ACCT and AACC presentation submissions. I will assist with that. Every year, Bellwether Award winners have a presentation at ACCT, and in the past, they also have presented at AACC. So this gives high visibility for our award winners, and it's just an added plus, I think, to make sure we're sharing and disseminating great information from the work that's being done by our consortium members. Of course, part of being a member is discounted rates for our policy summit and all of the other events that we host. In terms of who we are, we're nationally recognized member-supported consortium. So those member fees go to help support the assembly and obviously the work here that goes on day in and day out. We address critical issues facing community colleges through applicable research, the promotion and replication of best practices addressing workforce development, instructional programs and services, and planning, governance, and finance. So as you know, those last three buckets are the categories that will be you'll be vying for one of those particular categories, and a Bellwether Award is provided to the winner in each one of those three categories. So we will have judges for all those three buckets. In terms of what else we do, we support, publicize, and promote the annual National Award Competition. We have press releases that have gone out. They celebrate and recognize our cutting-edge, trend-setting programs worthy of replication in three categories. So one thing the consortia likes to make sure that we do is we award programs where we know that there is a strong possibility of replication, of scaling, and those are the main reasons why we feel like we should award those particular submissions, because they're worthy of replication, and that obviously is something we want to see. Rather than having one college do well, we would like to see that scope expanded. And so we are really interested to see how you do that. What are some of the challenges and what are the lessons learned? And we're definitely we're a consortium that can provide that information through the various webinars and newsletters and other social media and other opportunities that we have through working as a consortium. Annually, 30 community colleges are deemed finalists. So when you come to the assembly, you will be surrounded by 29 other colleges that have been selected both in the United States, and this year we had U.S. territory, specifically the Republic of Marshall Islands, that provided a submission. And so we're hopeful to actually expand even further, but we were very, very happy with the fact that we had 23 states and the Marshall Islands represented in the submissions that we had. To date, the Bellwether College Consortium has had 78 unduplicated Bellwether Award recipients and roughly 1,300 unduplicated Bellwether Award finalists. Now, there are some duplications there, but that is the total number when you go back 25 years. So we're very happy to say that it's been a long-lasting and I think very, very helpful program, and one that hopefully that you contribute to by just being a part of the consortium and sharing all the great work that you're doing. If you have a Twitter feed or Facebook, you will have seen this graphic. I'm happy to share it with you and put it out there on Twitter, but we just want to say obviously congratulations for everyone that submitted awards, and know that you're a small group of colleges that made the final cut. So this particular graphic that we've provided just shares all the various colleges that you will be competing against. So under instructional programs and services, we have Austin Community College District, Caldwell Community College and Technical Institute, Central Carolina Community College, Houstonic Community College, Nicollet College, Onondaga Community College, Orangeburg Calhoun Technical College, Pima, Community College, Roxbury Community College, West Kentucky Community College, and Technical College. So those are our 10 IPS, as we like to call it, colleges in that particular category. In terms of planning, governance, and finance, PGF for short, Alamo Colleges District, Arizona Western College, College of the Desert, Copia Lincoln Community College, Howard Community College, Montgomery College Community College, Pima Community College, South Mountain Community College, Tulsa Community College, and Western Dakota Technical Institute were our 10 finalists in that category. And last but not least, workforce development. The 10 finalists are Central Arizona College, Lakeshore Technical College, Maysville Community and Technical College, Missouri State University West Plains, which has a campus that awards 2-year degrees and certificates, so that's why they are in there. Polk State College, Richland Community College, San Jacinto College, San Jose City College, Wayne Community College, and Williston State Colleges. So congratulations again. We are looking forward to your wonderful presentations. Let's talk about the award competition. Obviously, that's why you're on the line, to learn a little more about how you need to prepare for this. Round 1 is obviously already taken place, and I will tell you, we had a very short window for getting submissions in, so I thank you for all the hard work you did. I know it was a very short timeline, and partly that was partly due to the fact that my securing this position and getting on board came a bit late. But we, by the way, are doing an outstanding job in terms of the submissions that we had brought in, and we are definitely on task and on time with where we're at and where we need to be. I will say that the judging, that first round of judging took place, and we have wonderful partners, and those particular partners that led that judging were from NCET, that is the National Council for Education and Training. We also had NCIA, the National Council of Instructional Administrators, and then NCSDCC, the National Council of State Directors of Community Colleges, and they have always played a very vital role for us in helping select those first, or there's 30 finalists, and so we're indebted to them. The second round will occur Monday, February 3rd, so that is our first full day at the assembly, at the Futures Assembly. It is indeed an all-day judging process, so there will be 5 rooms with 5 sessions occurring over 6 hours, during 6 hours during that day. So from morning till about, I want to say about 5:30, we will have 1-hour rounds in 5 different rooms. So we will make sure that you know where you need to be and when you need to be there. We will typically have 15-minute breaks in between, so you have some time to set up, get started, get comfortable, and get situated. So know that that is the big day, and just be ready for a great day of competition. In terms of the judges, they are anonymous teams, typically 3 judges and an experienced honorary coordinator of judges who oversees the process. And he is a long-term participant of the program and has served in this role in terms of being the honorary coordinator. Required. So what we would require of you, of course, registering your members. People often ask questions, well, how many people need to be there? In terms of the presenters, 3 to 5 is preferred. Obviously, if you have more people, it's a little bit tricky and dicing up the time. We will have a skirted table with 4 chairs. Of course, we can add one. Take away as long, or you can do that when you go into the room, but 3 to 5 is preferred. And of course, bring your cheerleaders, your other administrators, your other members who may want to come and just join in and be there for you as support. Bring a laptop. We do not supply laptops. Bring a laptop with an HDMI output. Connectors will be available if needed, but I always like to tell folks to bring your own if you have them. Handouts aren't necessary, but certainly I would say maybe 20 to 25 at the most handouts. If you're inclined to do so, that's wonderful. Access to a personal hotspot is important. We will have internet for our main plenary speakers, but not for the individual rooms. As you can imagine, an all-day internet connection for that many people is pretty cost prohibitive. So we ask you, if you do have audio that you are playing, bring have a hotspot and a Bluetooth speaker. I think that should be sufficient enough for the room size that we have and the number of the people in the room. I would test that out, of course, before you come, just to make sure everything works accordingly. And then finally, 3 binders. This is very important. The binders are judged. We have the judges come in early, and we require those binders so they just can take a look and see how it is that you have the rationale behind your particular submission, talking about the program development, your outcomes, what you've learned, your scalability. All of those things are very important, and everything that we shared in terms of the guidelines, the criteria for the submission is what you'd want to put in the binder. So just utilize that accordingly. And then we also ask for 1 USB thumb drive with a digital binder. And that is so we can provide that for future submitters. And we would like to put some of that information online so you can see it and you can see other submissions as well. We would like that by January 31st, 2020, obviously the day right before we begin the assembly. And I know you probably don't want to lug that around, and I know I don't want to lug 90 binders. So please, what I'd like you to do is send your boxed materials to the Hilton Palacio del Rio. Go ahead and have it attention your name or whoever will be your lead presenter - guest. And there is the address and all the information you need. And that is sufficient enough so the hotel knows that you have a box and that they need to get that to you. All those materials will be retrieved at the concierge desk. I believe it's maybe a $5 charge if it's about 5 to 10 pound box. So just know that. But yes, make sure you include all the information so you're ready to go and you have what you need. In terms of guidance for creating a binder, as I said before, I think following the criteria that we asked is important. Just a couple of recommendations. Obviously, visually appealing is always good and easy to follow. Include a table of contents. I think that would be helpful. Sometimes judges want to compare certain aspects of your presentation. Have some compelling or data-supported rationale, so we have some evidence based on why you did this, why was it important. Concise language, easy to read, text, and graphics. It's always good to have a graphic where you can actually read the numbers, and I say that kiddingly, but sometimes it is a problem when you have graphics up, particularly on the screen or on text, and it's difficult to read. So know that. Any graphics explaining the process, your flow through, your charts, your organizational structure, any important data and outcomes are also encouraged. And then, like I said, a jump drive, 1 jump drive is sufficient to upload, and this will be used, to upload the winner's digital binders on our website. All right. In terms of the presentation, overview and guidelines. So as I said, there will be 5 presentations times 6 sessions to get through all the 30 Bellwether Award finalists. So yes, our judges will be busy and probably pretty exhausted, but they are well-versed in this. Many of them have done it before, and so they know what to expect, and they come back every year. So that tells us that they really enjoy it and see the value in the process. There'll be a standard room setup, a skirted table, 4 chairs. I will tell you that we are shopping around for a media contract, so an AV contract. We have an opportunity to go through the hotel. but we also have an opportunity to look outside. So if we do go through the hotel, they will offer the 8-foot tripod screen and projector. If we go with a private vendor who we know and has done work with Alamo colleges, they provide an 80-inch color monitor. So just know that those are our options. And when we decide, which will probably be next week, on which route we'll take, we will be sure to share which of those, whether we go with a screen or monitor. So you're aware of that. But I don't think it'll in any way be a challenge for you, whichever road we take. 16 by 9 slide dimension is what we recommend. Widescreen would be helpful. Like I said, bring laptop ports, Mac adapter, HDMI cables, those sorts of things. We should have all of that on board. I'm not sure about the Mac adapter, but just bring them just so you have peace of mind. No internet provided. Again, hotspot is what we recommend, and a portable Bluetooth speaker if needed. The required format. This may be a little bit different from last year, but we really feel the need to make sure that we have time for questions. And that's so our judges can make sure that they have full information. So try to keep your presentation to 50 minutes and then allow 10 minutes for Q&A. We will more than likely have monitors in the rooms. That will help you keep track of time, but also be fair to all the submitters, so that they have the equal amount of time and equal amount of time for questions. And then the handouts are optional, so that is typically up to you if you want to provide them. In terms of the scoring criteria, I'll just go through it briefly once again. What is the critical issue? Share the data and the research that demonstrates why this is critical. The ability to address the issue. So what's your rationale in addressing it? Talk about the strength of the program, the policy or service in addressing the issue in a compelling way. Provide details and understanding of the development, the targeted audience, the benefactors, and the necessary resources for successful implementation. And then documented outcomes, super important. So what are the strong indicators of your effectiveness and evidence of scaled success or replication elsewhere? And then finally, lessons learned. As we all know that, everything doesn't always go as planned, but it's always helpful to have that recorded. What are the important lessons that you learned? What are the tips for replication and improvement? We will have a showcase and an opening reception. I think last year the showcase may have been done at the end. Is my feeling that I think it should be done at the beginning, so we can get a preview. Everyone around the room can get a preview of what to expect. These judges will be there. They are told that they are not judging those particular desk presentations or panel presentations, but they will be in the room, and definitely in the room at the reception, at the point of reception. So here's the way it will go. From 2 to 4 p.m., you will have the opportunity to showcase your program. And you'll have a 6-foot skirted table. Know that if you've been to this last year, there are outlets located in El Mirador, which is the ballroom, but they're not in every location. So if you want if you want a certain spot and you want to be close and you need an outlet, I would suggest that when the ballroom opens, which we'll try to make sure that happens at 1 p.m., that you're there. If it doesn't matter, if you have an outlet or need an outlet, then I wouldn't worry about it unless you have a certain idea of where you want to be located in the room. And then there is a form that we have sent to you that asks you to list who your speakers will be, and it also asks if you will be presenting at the showcase. So know that it's not it's more of an informal presentation. As people walk by, want to look at what you're presenting, that they have the opportunity to do that. So So it's just, I think it's a fun opportunity. It's a really nice opportunity. And I encourage you to keep your tabletop panels or presentations up during the reception, because people will be mingling during that time. And that's our first big opportunity to see who's in the room and to learn about your program. But again, the displays aren't judged, but the finalists are strongly encouraged to participate. And I think it'll look very nice on that first day to see full representation there. That is, well, let me go ahead and continue. So the next event that will be important is the finalist recognition and reception. So lucky you have 2 receptions back to back. This is more, and this is not a presentation, which you have to worry about. It is all about just celebrating you, your college, and the fact that you have made it to this round, this very competitive round for the Bellwether Award. We will have a keynote speaker, but this is just an opportunity for you to be there, perhaps take pictures, enjoy what we have in terms of a theme, which is Fiesta Night in San Antonio. So it should be very colorful. We'll have a photo backdrop if you want to bring your phone and take a picture and share it with your college's communications person to share for a larger, broader audience. We'll have a mariachi band, reception, and most likely a cash bar, and of course plenty of appetizers. So it should be a great night. I didn't mention that the Sunday, for those of you football players, is Super Bowl Sunday. We have a sports bar in that particular hotel, and they have invited us to walk down should we want to do that, depending on if your favorite team is in the Super Bowl, or if you just want to have a opportunity to mingle with some of your fellow college representatives. So that is available. We aren't hosting that by any means, but it's an option. Or you can walk further down the Riverwalk, which by the way is beautiful, and find a location that feels comfortable to you. In terms of the actual awards ceremony, so once all the judging has been done, the following morning we will have a Bellwether breakfast and awards ceremony. And it'll be beautiful. And hopefully you will be the one going up on that stage to get that award. We will be in the same location, El Mirador Ballroom, conference level, which is the 22nd floor. And that will be from 8 to 10 a.m. Tuesday, February 4th. So we'll announce the 3 Bellwether Award winners. Dale Campbell will be on hand for the 3 categories. We will have a photographer present and make those photos available to you all. All college teams are encouraged to be present, and we will have, like I said, Dr. Campbell there to participate. I didn't want to neglect the fact that we will also have a policy summit occurring a day before the kickoff of the Futures Assembly. That will be from the 1st through the 2nd. We end actually the morning of the same date that we begin the assembly. We have a very special film screening of Unlikely and a post-film policy panel. We will have a full day prior of actually policy sessions, but I did want to note that this is the first time Bellwether College Consortium has ever had a film screening. And we will not only have the screening, we will have the filmmaker on hand. Her name is Jay Fedderson. Her and her husband lead 3 Frame Media filmmakers. And I encourage you to come if you can make it. I think it's going to be a wonderfully informative opportunity and to learn from various policy breakout sessions that we have. Education Commission of the States will be there. The Association of Community College Trustees will be there. Like I said, Jihan Ling will be speaking about the small colleges project that they have, researching the challenges small colleges face, and some other folks that we will be providing names to as we get firm. As a BCC member, that particular summit's $250, so it's a very reasonable rate. Okay, so we're pretty much at the end of our session. What I want to do is share with you the link to actually apply, and then make sure we have enough time for questions. How are we on questions about that? So you should have gotten a link to our events and conference page through Alamo College's district. The first two categories that you see in the store are by date. So the Bellwether College Consortium Policy Summit is located on this. So I'm just going to click on it. So once you pay your membership, you can come to this site, and then if you want to select and be a part of the summit, which I encourage you to do, this is where you would go. Non-members are those that are finalists, like I said. We also have a special rate for students, or if you have maybe a spouse or someone that you're bringing that might want to view the film, we encourage that. And so this particular rate, $75, is very reasonable. It includes a wonderful dinner and then the screening. But that is just for the dinner and screening, not for the entire event. And so those are the options that we have there. I'll go back. This Futures Assembly button is definitely the one that you want to hit to make sure you're registered. So this top link is the one that you want to choose. 2020 Bellwether College Consortium membership and Futures Assembly registration. And because you are finalists, this is where you'll go. So it lists all the information that you'll need: the date, the hotel, the price, the deadline. Our registration deadline is January 24th. The general information. If you are paying by a PO, a purchase order, you can do that. And the only way we can, and I'll just say trick the system, is for you to put in a promotion code we call PO. And then Ida, Ms. Leos, will get in contact with you, or you can contact her to let you know that you've done that. When you receive your invoice, it'll zero you out, but you will see the intended price that you would have paid. So make sure that you work with Ida to ensure that that payment comes through before the actual assembly. Any other information, you can just, or questions, Dina Rodriguez, her information is available here. We do realize that sometimes people need to substitute out, so we do allow that. That is fine. We just want to make sure you get all that in by Monday, January 20th. If you do need to cancel, we do require by the date of January 3rd, and that's because, as many of you know that have run large projects, we have to guarantee food and want to make sure that we're good stewards of the funding that we have. So just want to make sure this quantity, please keep it at 1, otherwise you're paying for more than 1 membership. I'm going to go ahead and add this just so you see what happens afterward. You'll put your institution's name, I should say college, but, and then just go ahead and begin to type in the first 3 people that you know for sure will definitely be coming to the assembly. Those will most likely be your presenters. Of course, your dietary restrictions, if there are any, I would like to have that so I can share that with the chef. Once you get past those first 3 that are part of that membership price, then if you want to add more, just go ahead and select the number of people that are going to be added on. And that rate stays at $6.50, which was what we had in terms of a fee for y'all last year for the extras individuals. So we wanted to make sure that continued. You can add as many as 10 people here. If you need to add more, please contact me and we can do that. We just didn't want to add another link for that. We didn't want to confuse you. Okay. Okay, so that is the registration link. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. We will see you in lovely San Antonio. Make sure you get the registration taken care of, and the hotel link is available on our website now. So do that as well. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me or any of the staff here. I appreciate it. Thank you so much and good luck. And we look forward to seeing you in San Antonio. Bye-bye.